Matho, you know what's going on. It is our special segment from our major sponsor, Joe Fortune. It is called Joe Asks, and he wants to know, how the fuck does Harry Sharp keep dominating all these time trials, especially down in Melbourne? He's won 2 in a row, back to back, boom, boom, and I've never seen him lose up in the Brisbane Lions. He's a 1,500-metre world champion. He set a record for that. He holds the draft combine record of all time. He's just moved to a new club down in Melbourne. He's currently playing for the Melbourne Demons. He moved down with his boyfriend, Tom Fullerton. It is the fastest, fittest guy in the world, Harry Sharpinator.
You.
Hey guys, good to be here.
It's an undisputed time trial champion of the AFL.
Imagine us two, we rock up to preseason, we're like, fuck man, I'm so nervous, I got butterflies, I'm probably going to spew the night before, no sleep. This little fucker just rocks up and he's just like, oh yeah, sweet as boys, I don't care if I did any work in the offie, I'll just win this by a country mile. Mate, how's it been down in Melbourne and how you fitting in with the boys?
It's going well, Rob. Very fresh start. New range of living, a new group, new training facilities. It's all going well, fitting in well, and it's exciting times. I'm looking forward to see what the season ahead holds.
Now, who are you bonding with down there? You got any mates that are close to you? I know you're going to miss the Lions boys and you talk to them on the regular.
Big time. Yeah, I miss the Lions boys, but those relationships will be there for life. So I've got a big tall timber, Tommy Fullerton.
Yeah, full cream.
Did you live with him for a bit when you first went down there?
I did. I had a month with him, and a lot of marinating on the couch. It was beautiful.
Did he cook? Did he cook your feeds up, or were you doing the cooking?
He's on the managed diet, so
yeah.
Yeah, we were on the Matto diet.
Very good.
Just nothing but rice.
Yeah.
Nothing but chicken and rice.
Poor Matty, that would have been a tough household with those two. Yeah. So Sharpie, I've seen all over the Instagram.
All over.
Melbourne do the 2K time trial, and I wasn't surprised.
Easy money.
I've heard from some sources you dusted him after the Chrissy break.
Not even a source. I saw it on the Instagram.
Yeah, but I know the positions where people came. Oh. And I heard second was 25 seconds behind him.
In a 2K'er?
In a 2K'er. How do you come back so fit after a Chrissy break? Eating pudding, you went overseas to America. I seen you were having massive steaks, So what's the go? How do you do it?
I think I was just feeling good on the day, Matto. I got very lucky. But I'd honestly probably bring it down to the altitude. I was going for runs over there and having to stop every 10 minutes. So I honestly think that's what did it for me. I didn't do a whole lot. It was a lot of just treadmill running and on the bike, sweating everything out. But it worked for me, so it might be to go next year again.
I heard you were angry that they put 2 seconds on your starting pre-season time. So you just said, F you, Melbourne, I'm going to run 25 seconds better than what I did.
What's it called when you're on a line and it's like that charity run? What's it called when they give you a head start? What's that called?
Oh, handicap.
The stall
handicap. So you had a handicap with the boys, 2 second head start.
No, not at all. It was I was just happy to run quicker and anything quicker than my pre-Christmas.
And are you allowed to disclose your time? Or what time do you actually get? For people out there that don't know, they just see that you win it every time.
I was a bit under 6, which was handy.
So high fives.
Which is disgusting. Was it on grass or on a track?
Yeah, on grass. Yeah, out at Case.
So that's mid fives.
Yeah. So
now, for people that don't know the Sharpinator that like we know, you were a junior champion. You set a world record in the steeplechase chase. Did you get along with that guy from Geelong who turned into a great footy player?
Blitzarves.
Mark Blitzarves.
Yeah, was he? Who's better at running, you or him?
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, but he's also fucking like nearly 100 kilos,
right?
Yeah,
but come on, man.
You set a world record on steeples.
He's got a world title.
Yeah, okay.
I've got to give it to Blitzarves. He's an absolute gun, especially when he was in his prime.
What was his go-to?
He was steeplechase.
He was a steeplechaser as well. He was, I think he ran like maybe 8:30s for 3K steeple, which is insane.
Can you give us a quick sort of brief about the difference between a athletic running program and an AFL running program? Is it similar? Is it harder? What's the go?
I'll start with athletics. It's a lot more pace focused and distance focused. I remember when I was training for 1,500 metres, I used to used to work out 400-metre laps and maybe go do a session of 5 400s and just try and hit that lap time, so it may be 60 seconds. Whereas football running, it's a lot more about distance. As you well know, you're running for time, like 4 3-minuters and just get as far as you can.
Yep.
I feel like athletics is a lot more specific.
Yeah.
And that holds you in pretty good stead based on the distance that you run and compete at.
Do the boys generally get around you when you do your times? They're like, fuck this guy just coming in here and just winning all these time trials. Like everyone, there'll be some players in that squad who are like busting their asses trying to get their foot in the door, and then Sharpenator comes along and it goes, ha, look at my blonde flowing Malay. Do the boys actually like rate it, or they're just like, fuck yeah, get him on the wing and let him do his thing?
No, they do. They get around me and they ask a lot of questions, and I'm always happy to help out, but also drag everyone else along as well.
Yeah.
Like I believe I made Huey and Bezza a better runner when I was up
100%.
in Brizzy.
That's your premiership too, bro.
Working so much harder. But yeah, I'm always happy to help, and it also pushes me as well because I want to hold that expectation and continue myself to grow.
Now, towards the back end of your time up in Brizzy Lions, you were pretty close to the guy opposite me right now. You've put on about 10 kilos since you got drafted. Is that correct? And how's that feeling right now with a new season coming into the Melbourne Demons?
Yeah, about 14 kilos. I reckon
and still running those times.
66, 67 kilos ringing wet when I first came into Brisbane. So
I would have fucking snapped you at training, bro, if you got my way.
Big barrel chest at the moment. But I still do carry a bit of weight. But just trying to be efficient. And as you know, footy game like running is a lot different to doing 3-minute efforts. So I'm just trying to translate that into footy fitness and get the best out of myself.
Have you caught up with Big Goody down there and been like, hey, mate, obviously you went through the trade period. It was a little bit of a nerve-wracking time. Run us through how that all went down and what do you see yourself if you do crack into that team or you've got to bite your time in the VFL and try and get some games under the belt?
Yeah, it was a different process. I sort of knew there was a little bit of interest.
Yeah.
I remember I left for Europe on the Sunday, woke up in Croatia a few days later, and it was 5 a.m. and my manager gave me a call and said, oh, hey, mate, can you jump on this meeting? Just a general chat with Melbourne and see how we go. And, had about an hour and a half on the meeting and got along with the coaches and the directors pretty well. And then all of a sudden, later on that day, I had a deal on the table, and it was a bit of a surprise to me. I thought, I've still got a little bit of time left at Brisbane. I don't want to leave the group or anything. And over 2 days, it was done and dusted. I was traded and sort of just out of the blue. So it was definitely a career and business decision, and I'm looking forward to the opportunity. And then it was can't wait for a new start.
Bottle on a booth in Europe and to celebrate, wasn't it?
I heard Hugh McCluggage was shouting you.
I had some very good company with Kai and Logan, but it all happened pretty quickly, and it was exciting. It was a bit of a blur, but I remember as soon as the decision was made, I was set in stone and just looking forward to what was next.
And then the Demons fucking admin were like, hey, mate, we've got these removal trucks coming, get ready. And you're like, okay, I'll just pack a few pairs of jocks. That's what you had up here.
I feel as a supporter watching Sharpie last year, and he might agree or he might disagree. I thought it was his best season of footy in the VFL and AFL. And when he come into the AFL, he probably shouldn't have been dropped. Yeah. Looking from the public, I don't know what was said in the four walls.
Well, I was looking. You're absolute nothing.
I watch it. No, he was playing his best footy. I believe. I'm a close mate of his, and he played some very good games of footy, and he started to build some confidence. Is that what you feel, Sharpie? Last year was that type of year for you?
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, certainly. I just try and get better every year, but especially last year, I felt like I took a pretty big step forward as a winger, but also as a half forward, and just playing with a bit more agility and using my strengths a lot more, which was handy and held me in pretty good stead.
Yeah, you were playing some really good footy for the Lions in that period. So now, I want to know, at Melbourne, are you playing the same role as you did at Brizzy, or have you transformed into a new role? What have they got you doing at training?
Have you had pracky matches yet?
No pracky matches yet. A lot of game like drills though at the moment. I've started on the wing, so there's no other than Ed Langdon to learn from.
Very good.
You learn from me. What the fuck you need him?
Oh, I suppose, yeah, I did learn from you.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
no, I
because-
didn't tell him anything.
Because it seemed like, with the chat around what the boys were saying and stuff, and Neil Bourne's gone, he played that high half forward roll, pinched it into the mid, worked up and down. So it seemed like Sharpie was a perfect fit for that. But you're out on the wing. Have you been doing any half forward stuff or?
Yeah, it's been 50-50 at the moment, so that's exciting. Just having that versatility to be able to play two roles, I think will hold me in good stead.
It just gives you another chance to be able to get into the team as well. For people that don't understand, being able to play two roles as an AFL player is very important.
It's going to be interesting to see when they do the AVBs, like the seniors versus reserves, and then see Sharpie just going, see you boys, run up and down that wing. Yeah. And they'll be like, fuck.
Well, no one can go with him.
Nah.
It's ridiculous. The way he starts a game is the way he finishes it in the fourth quarter. Even more or less, he goes harder. So, no, I'm looking forward to Sharpie's season, what he can do at the Ds.
Now, Sharpie, we're trying to get down to the Australian Open, mate. I hear your mum works there. Can you get us some tickets, please, brother?
Certainly. I'm lucky enough to be going tomorrow night.
Oh, who are you watching?
I think Alcaraz at the moment.
Yeah, don't know who the fuck that is.
And then just confirming.
Are you taking your boyfriend with you?
I am, yep.
Oh, cute.
Big Tommy Forden coming along.
Well, if your mother can hook us up for the 19th, I think it's the quarterfinal, the very first final, I'll give her the biggest kiss on the lips you'll ever have in your life.
Beautiful. Well, I did hear that you were coming down this weekend.
No, we are. We're down there. But it'd be really nice for that. But we'll catch up. You just signed a new 2-year deal, so it'd be very nice for you to shout me a feed down on Lygon Street. Where are you living? What's your address? What's your mobile number?
I've just moved into Toorak.
Oh, shit, Moneybags.
I got a live house tour of it, and it's very nice.
Who are you living with?
I'm living with Sam Butler, a Hawthorn boy.
Oh, buddies.
Very exciting. And Full Cream's just down the road, so he'll be over a fair bit, I believe.
All right. Well, fuck, mate. From everyone here at Rip Through a Podcast, me and Maddie wish you the best in 2025. Hopefully you're cracking that scene team, and I don't think you'll be going to that anytime soon if you get in there. So head down, bum up, mate. We know you can run. Just do your thing.
Thanks, boys. Thanks for having me.
Fucking love you.
Thanks, Chad.
I love you, Chad.
I'll see you at the debut this year.
Yeah.
So
we'll come down. If you get Dave, we'll come down.
Perfect. Thanks, Ginger Ninja.
See you, Chatty.
Matic, mate, it's January, and there's been some big blows already in the AFL world, and not just to some bum players, to some of the big guys. So we've had fucking Christian Petracca, who me specifically just pumped up, says he's going to have a breakout year. Now, maybe these ribs haven't healed because he's had another little crack in there during a training session. Should have asked Sharpie, to be honest, but he wouldn't have said anything. But ribs are a thing that can last and linger for a long time. So hopefully that doesn't refracture or experience any more life-threatening shit. So I know they're going to put him in cotton wool now and be like, hey, let's just wait till round 1 until we get you in the contact. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. It's not that far away. Preseason games are about a month away in February. So that's not great. But another one is probably the biggest name in AFL other than Bailey Smith. It is Daicos, the better one. Which one was it? Nick Daicos. Plantar fasciitis. Now, I've had that. I think everyone's had that, right?
We've all had it.
And it's a shit injury. You have to do a lot of healing processes with it. You can't be running too much. It's very time on legs specific injury. So that'll be a few weeks, if not a couple months.
It's just cotton wool.
It's just one of those things that doesn't go away. You just have to break it up, get out there and train. Get new boots, because I don't know if it's with Nike or not, but that's where it always happens.
It always starts at the boots.
It always starts at the boots.
What are you wearing?
You wore the same boots for how long? Nike, the yellow ones specifically.
I would wear the same boots every training session, every game, until they physically explode.
They did. They
did explode.
I'm not saying this just to be funny. They actually exploded out the side, and old mate just wraps them up with sticky tape.
I'm a guy that believed in molding your foot to your boot was always the best. These guys that had blisters because they changed boots every week.
Freshies.
They were bringing out the new Ferraris. They had the Lamborghinis, the Porsches coming out in boxes, names on the boot. I didn't believe in that. I never did. I was happy with my boots.
You wouldn't get that anyway.
No, I know, but I still didn't believe it. I just borrowed hand-me-downs from boys because I liked them worn. I liked how they felt on my foot, so I'd wear them into the ground. I believe that's why I never got blisters. Yeah. I never really had feet problem. Yeah. So
you had to wear a couple of my pairs last year.
I did.
And what happened?
I was borrowing, and I got blisters because they were brand new. Yeah. So
because you're a truck, mate. And
but yeah, so it's they always go back to the boots for that type of injury. But
so I think it's they've obviously done a little. When you get back from off-season training, if you haven't done it, I'm not saying these boys haven't done it because we know they have. Yeah. When you get back from offie, training like is a week or two before Chrissy. So they first week usually just ease you into it. Second week they smash you.
Yep.
And if you have the third week before Chrissy break, then it's pretty high intensity. When you get back from Christmas break, it's just straight into it. You don't have any. You don't have any like fucking. Oh, we'll have a quiet session here. Yada yada. You have to do all your before training. What's it called? KPIs, whatever. No, what is it?
Yeah, your RPEs.
Your RPEs and stuff. So saying like, yeah. So you go through your whole body on an app. You got to do it before every training, and then so it gives it time for the doctors and the physios to look at it and say, nah, he looks sore. He's got awareness in his hammy, all that shit, and then they'll just pull you out or to do less training for you. So it's very specific in the AFL these days.
So, and Todd Marhsal, we would have had as well for Port Adelaide rupture the Achilles. So I don't really know. I'm not a physio, but
that's yuck.
It looks like a long time frame, and
that's he's 6 months.
Well, yeah, it could be 4 to 6 months, depending on how bad the rupture is. So he's an important part for Port.
Yeah.
So that's a big loss. This time of year in particular is scary for coaching, like coaching staff trying to put their best 22 together. How do they look on the field?
Especially when they start doing match practice.
They want to gel together. Then you've got Petracca doing ribs. Well, that means you can't get contact in. So is he going to be a bit underdone? I don't know. And ribs are those ones that we said that you need. You get banged about. You get body on. Blokes are putting their arm across your hip. He'll have
the fucking
it's just
plastic strap on there.
It's a scary time of year for coaches and star players that are not fit and whatever. Coaches start to just get a little bit of demon, start to wig out a bit. Even though there's plenty of time, right?
Yeah, it's not the worst thing sometimes missing a chunk out of this.
But this can cause setbacks.
Yeah.
So,
it's not the worst time because sometimes, like if you're an older player, experienced player, there's nothing, like you've got the match fitness and all that in your bones. You know
how to play the game.
You know how to play it. You just do a little bit less running, you're right to go because he's got time in the game. But yeah, it is one of those things where if you got niggles, everyone knows and you pretty sure Plugs will be lining him up.
Yeah,
no play against
absolutely.
Him.
And like I said, it can just snowball into other problems for you.
Especially your foot because then you start putting more weight on the other side of the body, then you start doing other soft tissue.
Fingers crossed for those players. They all come back full health because they are good players of our game. We want to watch them. So good luck to those boys and, get back on the track as soon as you can.
You think that AFL players don't make enough money as it is, but there's always more avenues to get a little bit of something on the side, and I've been there, done that, and you have too.
Is it the way the rich get richer?
It's a rich get richer. The poor just keep trying. You'll get there one day. Yeah. But over the Chrissy break especially, it would have gone off its head for some certain stars of our game. We have Cameo, we have Swysh, all these shout-outs. Like, it is, hey guys, no, big shout to whatever name is.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at what some of the players are charging, and it's kind of... It's fair. It's fair. Like these guys probably deserve that as well. Yep. But Scotty Pendlebury is at top of the list at the moment. Now, I haven't researched everyone. There could be Daicos brothers. There could be Bailey Smith charging, or he might not even be on there. But Scott Pendlebury is charging $385 for a shout-out video.
And that is a big club with a lot of members and fans.
Yeah. Chrissy break.
A lot of guys that look up to him. So
he's probably like the guy that I thought, he deserves that. Like 385. He's done it all. He's been there, done that. Has he won a Brownlow?
No.
Well, no, fuck. I don't know about that then. But the next in line, I'm like, God damn. And it makes sense because it's at a big club. I think it's like the second membership in the country pretty much. Is Harley Reid's charging $330 for a shout out. Gives 10% of that to mental health charity Beyond Blue. So smart marketing by him.
But again, first year in, he must have had a very, very good year. WA, big state, big club.
You know how he opens up? Hey guys, Harley Reid here, number 1 draft pick 2024.
Damn.
Yeah.
You could do it for him.
I will if he needs a bit of...
Give Mitch Robinson 10% for a chop out. He can get through your videos.
No, fuck that. He doesn't need me, mate. He's killing it. But there's some other names in there. Luke Jackson's charging 110. I think he could do more, but I don't know what they're like over in WA. They could be not that popular, but I reckon he would be. Nick Nat Nui charging 241, the retired legend of West Coast Eagles. He'll be getting lots of those, man. He's doing a drink called Drink Ultra. It's killing it. It's a non-alcoholic beverage. He's doing great things. And then it just drops off. I don't know why this was an article, but Ella Roberts from the Eagles is $44, which is pretty good. I don't know. She might be a gun. I don't know.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, females
$44.
So.
But in comparison, Bruce Buffer, what did he commentate? UFC, right? UFC. Yeah. What's his slogan?
What's his slogan?
It's time! He's charging $605, which is
actually not bad.
That's really good.
He's the go.
He would be getting, I reckon he's done it well. He'd be getting fuckloads of people just going, can you do It's Time? And then shout out someone.
Yeah.
Caitlyn Jenner, obviously humongous names, charging $4,000 for a shout out.
Whoa.
and she'd probably be getting that right.
She has millions of followers.
Yeah.
So
This is the father-mother thing.
1 mil people just buy
Minimum.
that.
Minimum.
That is crazy.
$4,000. Like, I don't know how much you love someone though for that.
I knew.
There's no one in my fucking life or world I would get $4,000 to get someone to give you hey Robbo.
No way.
Not
way.
one
You
person.
don't even have that money. Like,
Nah.
I knew in my time that when guys signed up to this, if they didn't want to do it, they would just set their price really high.
Really?
And they would sometimes still get the thing. So they'd be like, oh, I'm just going to set out $550.
What?
And then, it's like, because I don't want to do it, but
Yeah.
if people are going to buy it for that, I'll do it. So,
I thought, because I'm not a massive name in footy, but like I was getting offered a lot to do it, like a lot of requests and stuff.
Yeah.
I thought set it lower and you get more so. So for me, it's piece of piss. Like at the end of the week, like
but you didn't mind doing it.
No, it's an expiry. It's like it has a few days. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, wait for that day to come and be like, just rinse and repeat everything I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
it's fucking easy. But I know you were on it ages ago. You were charging what?
I was doing like $50.
Yeah, I think I was $70 or something. I might have even bumped it up and then got no requests. But I'm going to throw this to you, and I want to know people at home to see how you go about it,
Okay.
because
off the chart.
you haven't
fresh
seen this
off-
one.
No, I haven't seen
and
it.
if you guys think this is well, let us know, because we're gonna still rip through it one on probably Swysh or Cameo or whatever it may be, and we'll give you guys a shout out. So here is yours, Reese. Hasn't seen it before. He's just gonna go have a crack at it. So this is the 4 things you usually see before you do the video.
Wow. Okay, you've done it well. Oh my god.
You gotta. So you know the talking points. You know who the person is. You just
Yeah.
gotta give it a crack. You gotta hold the phone up to your face too, like you're doing.
Yeah. All right.
Here we go.
G'day, Reese Matheson here, former Brisbane Lions player, Rip Through It host. Just wishing you, Hannah Mounsey, a very happy 36th birthday. I love that number because that was my old playing number. Yeah, you've said you're a big fan of mine. I'd love to do a gym session with you. You'd probably beat me. I'll make sure I'm jacked up, ready to go. But I'm wishing you a happy birthday. Keep smashing the gym sessions out. Sink a few tins or cocktails if that's what girls do. So happy birthday, Hannah Mounsey.
Why did you keep referring back to the girls?
Well, I don't know if it's a girl or boy or,
It's
so.
a girl, Hannah.
Yeah, but...
I actually didn't mind that, but you'd have to stop it and do it again, I reckon.
Yeah, that's what we did though.
Yeah. If you sucked ass at it, you have.
All right, I don't actually have a thing, but I have what people used to send.
Yeah.
So
I'll do mine in a second.
I want you to
Give you like an opening line or something.
no, congratulate me on getting married.
What?
Yes.
I'm doing you.
Yes.
Oh, fuck me, dude. That's a piece of piss. You're getting married.
I'm getting married and I want you
right.
to congratulate me.
G'day, Reese Matheson. It is Mitch Robinson here. 247 games at AFL, best and fairest medalist at the Brisbane Lions. Now, I've heard from a grapevine that it is your wedding day. I'm super duper happy with you. Tiff has been through the hard yards with you, but it is absolutely love. And your friends, your mother and father, Craig and Erica, have hit me up to send you a happy wedding appreciation message. So, mate, hopefully you have a great day. Sink a few tinnies after the wedding. Try and keep your pants on because you know that you're just not very good at doing that. And as always, stay classy. Thanks, Matho. That is Mitch Robinson. You're the best, man.
Bang.
Boom.
Very good. One take one. That was better than me. Well done.
Fuck
Well
Anthony's,
done.
man. I'm an
That brought
expert at
tears
that
to my
shit.
eyes.
I know. I'm so. Now, if you actually do get married, we're going to put this up on the big screen.
Yeah, we will. So in saying that, to our fans, we might start a few on Rip Through It. Me and the Rob Dog will do it together.
You'll find us on Cameo.
You'll get both of us in the video. We're not going to charge an absolute packet or a bomb. We're not those guys. Just a bit of fun to add to our podcast. Keep us busy. So if you want a happy birthday, wedding, gym motivation, whatever it is, wedding, we're here. We're your guys. We'll team up. We got your back.
AFL have released their best 22 for every single team in the AFL, and there's a few eyebrow raisers in there. There's a couple teams that we're going to talk about now. Who have you got that's a surprising best 22, and who comes in and who goes out, and what team are you looking at?
Well, I don't know if it's going to be a surprise, but I like the look of Hawthorn.
Yeah,
they've picked up some really good defenders, some really well-known defenders in the league, in Barras and Battle. So
that's huge.
That's huge.
That's really good pickups.
And they made the 8.
Yeah.
So you can only think they're going to be better. So I really like what the AFL released about their best 22.
Yep.
It was quite good. Obviously, they did well in the trade period. So For me, I reckon their 22 is going to be pretty solid this year. They're still a young team. They've got some good experience now. Their backline looks rock solid.
Yep.
So for me, their 22 is very impressive.
The Hawk Tours do look good. They just got to stay healthy, don't they?
They've got to stay healthy. And I mean, they've got to be riding the wave still, regardless.
That's what I was going to ask you. Like, are they going to get ahead of themselves or are they going to rock up and...
I don't think so. I think it's belief. It's a young team. They'll ride the wave until they can't, until the wave crashes. But for now, I reckon they'll keep riding it. Good experience. Jack Gunson's there. Bruce is there. These guys can keep them level-headed.
Yeah.
So, and with these guys coming down back, they're going to be rock solid.
I feel like over the Brizzy Lions, they're everyone's second favourite team, right?
Yeah.
Do you reckon? I reckon, like, I didn't give a fuck about them until finals. I'm like, oh, these guys are they're having a lot of fun. I thought it was a bit wanky-ish, like they're all going doing selfies and stuff. But then I was like, no, this is actually cool. Personality in the game.
Yeah.
A team who has fun. They rock up the training with, like, there's their best kits on the main training sessions. They're a bit like the Western Bulldogs of old.
It was definitely a team that I didn't watch at the start of the year much, but it was definitely like, oh shit, Hawks are playing tonight or they're playing today. Like, I'm going to sit down and watch. You're
going to fucking watch this year because they've got like 11 Friday night games or some shit.
Yeah, they're the Hollywood Hawks. So we already touched on that. But like I said, their 22 is looking very good. And I mean, these are just people that ride it and have a fair idea what it's going to be. It's not set in stone.
Nah. When you see this shit, it can kind of mean nothing.
Yeah, because you don't know.
We've seen this happen in nowadays. Like, I'd be looking at things and I'd be out of the team or I'd be on the emergency and I'm like, no, I'm playing. Like, I'm in the main team.
We know, like, round one, these guys that are not in it, they could be in it because they dominate preseason. No one sees that stuff.
This is preseason games too, so they don't really know. Anyway, someone's gonna get injured or whatever. All right, but this guy actually knows a fair bit what he's fucking talking about. Michael Whiting, he's a Queensland guy. Everyone knows him if you play up here. Yep. He gets to pretty much all the trainings and all the games. He's their correspondent.
He even trains with them.
We train with us. Did you run with us? Run with him.
And then he does
ran with us one time.
Both and Gold Coast. He even trains. So
he used to be a fitness freak.
He gets around it.
Yeah, he's pretty weird, but he's funny. All right, so I'm going to do the Gold Coast Suns. Now, they've acquired a couple good players. One in particular, he was a humongous name in the AFL, is Daniel Rioli, and then they've added John Noble too. So Johnny Noble, he wasn't getting much of a sniff towards the back end of the Collingwood era when he was there, but he came in like a wrecking ball, played a bunch of games off the bat, straight games, and then he just fell out of favour with whatever it might have been. Probably lost his way in defending first and then attacking. Who knows? I don't know. I don't really give a shit. But those two players have come in. And
Rioli's coming off a BNF for Richmond.
Yeah, he's a fucking gun.
He's a gun.
Where's he going to play? Halfback?
Halfback,
Halfback, yeah. He's made that his position now. I think that's going to be great. But, yeah, at the same time, they've lost Jack Lukosius. He's gone to Port Adelaide. Is that a big loss? We'll only find out if someone can fulfil his role. But Leo Lombard, he has come in from the academy graduation. So he's apparently a pretty heavy forward and he's going to be able to compliment King. So that's really good news. But who goes out? Joel Jeffrey, who I thought, he's actually my mate, Darwin boy. Hey, he played some really good footy. Kicking, I think he kicked like a sixer or some shit? Something like that last year. He played some good footy. But it says emergencies. Joel Jeffrey, David Swallow, Ben Long, Ned Moyle. So Swallow's obviously, he's getting on.
His heart and soul.
He's getting on. So he's played a lot of footy. He'll be in his 30s now. But he'll be thereabouts. He'll be like a Luke Parker this year.
Looking at their 22, do they make finals?
I reckon they're going to be knocking on the door. Probably they always start well in the season and then they just go fucking missing.
Yeah.
I remember because I used to watch them a fair bit, especially of our little baby brothers up here in Queensland. But I reckon they'll be knocking on the door. But you'd want to fucking hope so with the players they've got.
They've got to stop playing Brizzy in pre-season. It's demoralising for that club.
I don't think they've ever beaten us.
No, they
maybe once.
There used to be absolute smashings. I remember when Joe Danaher first got to the club and those guys say, just don't play Brisbane in the pre-season. No. Like,
do they get it? They don't get to choose.
I don't think they get to choose, but don't play them.
It's easy because we don't have to go anywhere. It's out on the road.
It's demoralising start to the season.
Just put your best team
these
in.
Guys again. And it used to be back-to-back weeks. And like, what's going to change after, an 80-point margin or whatever?
We just start resting players.
Give them some confidence going into the year.
But big shout out to Mac Andrew for signing a fucking $1 billion deal. But you want to hope that bloke just fucking dominates this year, right?
Yeah, I think he will. Give him still give him some time.
Him and King. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah. So,
but I have him in the back line.
A lot to look forward to. A lot of changes. 22s are looking good. Check it out. But see what you think, guys. But they're our picks for the best 22s.
Preseason games very soon, mate.
Let's go.
All right, managers. That is the end of the episode 12. So we're fucking flying through them. We are going down to Australian Open to watch some tennis this weekend, and we're going to get a couple big guests on, mate. So Bobby Hill's been locked in. Dame Beams, I'm pretty sure, has been locked in, and we got one more special guest. So if you're listening at home on Spotify, Apple, or whatever it may be, or you're watching on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, drop us a follow. We fucking appreciate it. As always, shout out to Joe Fortune for looking after us. We are having a big year this year, so get the fuck on our backs.
Hang in there, guys. 2025 is going to be an absolute ripper.
It's so close.
So it is so close. The news will start popping off. We will start popping off. We'll give you what you want. We won't back down.
Never.
Rip through it. Joe Fortune, we're here to stay.
You.